Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel. And let's start. Oh, a mouse. Always good news with cats on the table, okay? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Oh, and the moon. Oh, love that. Love that. Okay. Confusion. Okay. Oh, a foot. What is this? What are you using this for, right? Oh, divine timing. Oh, what a card. This word is personally, but because I'm impatient, this word is like, well, it's okay. So, what do we have? What do we have? Very interesting energy. So what I'm feeling is that you are, I need to, there's so much more space here, right? So I think, yeah, you're figuring something out, and it really feels like a path somewhere, right? You're on a good way to find out something. You know, it really looks like, look at this, like, what's that, right? The cat is, the Queen of Pentacles is figuring out a way to get to the food, right? It's this, you're figuring out a way to, an unexpected way with the moon. The moon is always an illusion, right? Or not illusion, uncertainty also, illusion. That's interesting. Oh, okay, that's another illusion. Okay, yeah. It's, you know, fear triggering, right? Because a cat that is in this picture about double the size of those dogs, right, is sitting there on a fence looking down at the dogs which are barking. Yeah? And what they always say, barking dogs do not bite. I'm not sure if it's the truth. I'd say it's probably part truth about it, right? But it really feels like you're figuring out a way to your strength. And the strength really feels also like it's a strength of overcoming something that has been hindering you for a long time. This it's also a somewhat indecision, right? Because if the cat was to decide which one of those the cat would, it really looks like one of those riddle images where you get asked some questions about. So you are the cat, and you are supposed to fight with both dogs and this what are you, lobster, right? So you are supposed to win the fight against all of those creatures, right? So you've got 3 predators waiting there, right? And you need to find a smart solution to overcome this situation. And in a way, I think the smart solution for you is also to include the lobster, which is, you know, into this, and just kind of probably just make the lobster bite the dog so you can get the other dog or something, you know. So it's really interesting, and there's a lot of spiritual energy behind you, I feel, just because of the size of the moon with the cat. It's you know, if you look at the proportion of this image, it really looks at, and also the fact that this is a major arcana, it really feels like you are figuring out a way of overcoming something in a very creative solution. Also, you are seeing your own strength in this. What I'm also getting is your willpower, your the strength of your own will, of wanting to achieve something, right? So, and also the power of the moon. The moon is so powerful, it can affect the tide, right? So you are very powerful, actually. And it could be that you are knowing your power in other situations, right? But maybe not in this. It really feels like also the power of restriction, or just, I'm really drawn to that this cat is a bit obese. That's why I was drawn, because it really looks like, if you look at this way, that it's a creative way of restricting your food intake, right? Because food and this, with the this is also where the cat is supposed to get a treat, right? So it could be just a creative way, or just a enhanced way, but it doesn't need to be about a weight loss at all. It's just what I was drawn to, just because of all the images. And for cats, food is quite important, okay? So and also with this, with the walking on stars, because this is the image of connecting stars. When you see a star sign in the star in a planetarium, in the sky and ceiling, how they connected the stars, so it looks like an image, right? It really feels like you're finding a way. And even this, if you would look at it as a sperm, it's also a movement, right? But it really feels like creative movement somehow. Some creative way, or just a way to entertain yourself. Or a creative way to overcome an obstacle. It can be also pentacle related, so money related, right? That could be as well. But also something where you perceive that there's a threat when there is not. Because I don't know why this lobster is here. It's so random, right? But the cat can also just choose to go the other way around. But I think the cat is just also having fun. Maybe you are also discovering the fun. Oh, that's what I'm getting. When you are... It's a perceptional thing. If you think, for example, I'm just taking as an example, a weight loss journey. Oh, how we make it up in our head. How not enjoyable it will be, right? Like this, it's this. Let's assume the dogs and the lobster are the weight loss journey, right? And how we think how it will be not enjoyable to engage with those energies. But I think a cat can find a lot of enjoyment in looking at the lobster, scaring the dogs, or biting the dogs, or whatever, what's not biting, but, holding onto a dog's ear or something. A cat can probably find enjoyment in this situation, just because it's a cheeky energy, I think. And I really feel like that you are finding out a way for yourself, or I think you're just discovering a playful way to get where you want to go. With the star here, right? See it? There's a star on the wall. It's a playful way to get to your reward. And it really feels like, because the energy is going this way for me in this reading today, right? Very interesting. It's very interesting that this energy is going this way somehow. But also, Well, it's I think it's more the whole thing, but you know, this cat is looking this way, this cat is this way, and there you get the reward. It really feels like you are discovering a way of doing things in a playful way. Somehow you are discovering that this is actually, that discipline is fun. Somehow, you know, with restriction or just limitation, or even if you say minimalism, right? If you know, there are a lot of people who embrace, this is a movement these days, right? It's a lifestyle, right? And I think it's a very important lifestyle, because if you discover this for yourself, that less is actually more, right? And it could be that you fear that if you would do something like this, that your mood will be affected in a negative way, you know? Because at first we do have those cravings, right? But if you discover that this is actually fun, you know, that it could be that you, the whole time of you, before you, that the thing that's holding you back is actually much more fun than you thought, and much more rewarding, because this looks like food as a reward, you know? And this is also somehow food as a reward, but differently, because there's the whole pile of food and you get a little bit of pets and that's it, right? There's not much fun in this. It doesn't really look like a lot of fun. Also with this dark room behind it, you know? But here, behind this, it's really, this is also, it really looks also like emotional eating in a way, right? It really looks like this, you know, because the cat is being pet at the same time, right? So it really feels like, also because of this darkness behind it, this really looks and feels like emotional eating, where you calm down your emotions. But I think by discovering that you can actually eat food the fun way somehow, right? And it doesn't have to be food. You can take it as a symbol for something, right? It's very a down-to-earth example of something, of you overcoming something in a creative way. You know, it's like discovering that the path to where you want to go is actually fun. I think that's a realization that you're having. Whereas before that you were maybe thinking, oh, this is not nice, this is going to be not enjoyable. But it is actually fun and very magical because of those, you know, that's the confusion maybe that you had before. It really feels like false perception, because there are, you know, those pupils, they are a bit, the vision is not as clear. I think this being here cannot really perceive something clearly, right? Whereas in this, with those two, you know, when you find a way to connect where you want to go, and it's not as straightforward as you thought maybe, right? So it's not, you know, we think that we need to go a certain way, right, from A to B. But I think you are discovering a fun way of doing something. And it's very beneficial for you, because you are going to reach your goal of overcoming something. And it looks, you know, it just looks like, the clearest example for me was weight loss. But also, for some reason, you are discovering a substitute also for something, because emotional eating means that eating is a substitute for maybe an emotion that you're having, or you are feeling something to overcome an emotion, for example, right? But it's also just discovering a playful way of going there, or a substitute for something else, you know, a substitute maybe for food, as an example, right? But it could also be that you are exchanging something for something else, and this is the key that you needed. You know, it's this exchanging this way of consuming food for this way, for a playful way, right? And it's something that you do yourself. Here it is external validation, so to say, right? Because the hand has given the cat the food, and here you are doing it yourself and solving some sort of maze at the same time. It's also a more intellectual approach and a more playful one, and this, suddenly this wallpaper looks like those planning books, You can get an extraordinary, unhealthy, no, it's very healthy, amount of fun of crossing off lists, right? It can be, it's so much fun, because this looks really like a drawn, maybe you're making even art out of this or something like that, right? Or it just looks like those images where you just don't break the chain type of thing, where you are rewarding yourself, or also rewarding yourself with some star system, where you maybe have a book where you have a sticker, and you are only allowed to put the sticker in a certain area when you have made it like a bit of a childlike approach, right? Because this toy is also very childlike. So it's playful. Play in general is associated with children, and there's nothing wrong about it, except the only thing that's wrong about it is just associated with kids, because we are all still kids, Back in the days when we thought about grown-ups, how they must think, and now when you look in the mirror, how old you are now, and you are like, oh, I'm still a kid, what now? I thought all the grown-ups, they had figured it out, but in fact they are all kids still, right? So I really think that you are solving an issue, a problem, somehow a grown-up problem, improving your health, improving your finances, improving in a very playful way for yourself, right? Somehow, in a very unusual way, in a very creative way, and suddenly I'm like, what if they are no predators? What if they are actually friends and they are having a party, and this is just a perception of me because of the indoctrination that this is a situation where they are actually barking because they are scared. Maybe this is actually a concert and they are in a band. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it could be. You never know, because cats on fences, they are usually depicted as singing at night, and the nighttime is given, right? And the dogs have the mouths open. You don't see it at the cat, but maybe they're all singers. You don't see it with the lobster. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So it could be. I mean, that's the thing. I think you are overcoming something very grown up in a very creative way. And this is a very creative way of interpretation of this image. But I think, now that I look at it, it's really, I think that's what they're actually doing. I think they're in a band. And they're making music somehow. It could be also a ritual where they are summoning some it's a moon ritual. Usually, we associate moon rituals with full moon, but this doesn't have to be. It could be just I don't know what moon, summoning something. And it's also very interesting that there are so many creatures from different, they are different. And they are all coming together. It's cool. Yeah, it's fun, right? Fun. So you are definitely, and queen. The queen status is the highest status that you can achieve. And you are doing it by being very creative, but also very childish in a way. And childish is not a bad word, not at all. It's a good word, okay? It's a compliment, actually, right? It is. So, yeah, very nice. You are, you know, and if you look at those are both some sort of problem cards in a way, you know, and this is a very, the colors, they are more vibrant in this card, right? They are. So, very nice. Very nice. Love that. Love the energies. So, I'm gonna pull you another card to wrap it all up, because I'm having so much fun right now. That's so nice. Yeah, comment down below what kind of music they are producing. If you have a band that you think would resemble them, let me know. I want to know what kind of music this is. Just post me some band videos, YouTube videos down there. I would love to to discover what kind of weird band this is. Freedom! Oh, yeah, you know, Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of the rat race thing, right? Where you are escaping something in a creative way somehow. Right? And again, you know, it's speaking about overcoming, because overcoming, for me, it really looks like overcoming. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so it looks really like overcoming something in a very playful way. Also, because obviously you don't really want to be in a cage. Right? But funnily though, this always reminds me, because the way she looks, this reminds me of being in a cage, but escaping from within the cage. It's like you cannot move somewhere else, for example, because you maybe don't have the funds to do so. It's just an example, right? But so you are locked into a place, right? But the way she looks, you know, it looks a bit like she's holding a phone in her hand or something, you know, doing it with energy or with a creative somehow way, like, you know, when you are locked in somewhere and you are escaping a situation from within somehow also. It's again with this, you know, it's like being locked into a place because of but yeah, and then transforms and it turns into something very different, and it really feels like it could be like, you know, online or something, right? Where you just do something. But again, financial health. There we go, look at that. And again, you know, also again, you know, this tree is beautiful, vibrant, and just amazing tree, right? Is growing on this, like on a stone, something, you know. So it also feels like this typical situation where you start a business from a garage sort of thing, you know. So you are starting something from a place which is not particularly good, or it's not, you know, not good, like it's not the most beneficial place to start at, but you just do it, right? You just do it in a playful, full and very creative way. You are overcoming something, you know. It's very, like, there are tons of things inside this reading which are just amazing. So it's awesome. Okay, so I want to pull another card. I can't stop now. So it's probably your energy, like, oh yeah, and you know, now you are having, it could be really that you are overcoming something in such a playful and fun way that you just cannot stop it. You just cannot stop doing it now, where you, at first, this was a problem, and now suddenly the problem turns into a solution because it's fun. It's actually fun. It's like dragging your feet to lose weight, but then realizing it's so much fun you cannot even stop doing it because it's so much fun. It's just the example, right? But oh, it's so nice. Okay, it's time to take action, bro. And a new romantic cycle begins. Ooh, so much nice stuff on the table for you. Yeah, so amazing. Yeah. So it just wants to look at the romantic cycle in this is, if you are still in a situation where you don't take action just yet, the key to it is take action and you will love it. That's the romantic cycle. Love it. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what this reading is for. I just love it. Amazing. Capricorn. Okay, amazing. Yeah, so additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.